Coming to you live from somewhere southwest of Winneconne, Wisconsin, it's the B.Andrews Radio Show. And I am one of your hosts. I am Eric of the B.Andrews Band, formerly known the B.Andrews Band, and one of your co-hosts over to my left. Yes, there's just one to my left. Also a former member of the B.Andrews Band and a part of the B.Andrews Radio Show is Emily. Everybody say hi, Emily.
Hey-o.
And the producer with the mooser, whatever, is behind the microphone and the computer, making sure that we all sound top shelf, is Kay. Everybody say hi, Kay.
Moose. Make out your boy Moose go. Okay.
And it is so good to have you on today's show with us.
We're on everyday show with you.
Well, thank you. I'm talking about those people who are listening. It's so good to have them with us on today's show, and we're so glad that you are listening. Been working really hard. We've had to take the past couple of weeks to get other things done. If we can somehow convert this show into at least part-time pay so that we can not have to work all the other jobs we do.
Only part-time.
Yeah. Well, if we could get it to part-time.
Because we still want a life. Not of this. We just want it part-time.
I don't know. What would you think if we could finally get this show to an everyday kind of show?
And I would start changing platforms and the content that we do. And Emily, I guess, would not be on every show.
Well, I don't know. She could, walk in halfway or have to walk out halfway, or, she could halfway.
You could tell me when halfway is and you hear this clunk, clunk, clunk. Hello, it's halfway.
Emily's here.
Yeah. Wow. Clunk, clunk. That's exactly how Emily
Well,
goes.
that's what
She
it
just
sounds
goes
like
clunk,
when
clunk.
she's knocking on your producer's window when
Also,
you're
okay.
over there in your
I don't
use
the door. I have my own door.
when you're in your other little producer room.
Okay, yeah, and if we get to do this every day, we are
We won't be in this studio.
Yeah, we're moving houses. One where I have my own studio.
Right.
Yes, the one where we're actually spacious enough and Dad's not talking to the back of my head. So,
But the back of your head is so pretty.
No,
computer.
not really.
I really would like to be able to see your face when we're doing
Yeah,
this.
I can give you
it would be nice.
so many more
It would
dirty
make reading
looks.
Karen look. It would make reading Karen much easier.
But
He
this
can barely
way,
read me as it is.
sitting the way that we do, it allows me to look at the computer screen while you're looking at the computer screen. Because, I
Yeah.
really need to look at the computer screen, like you need to look at the computer screen and produce the show at the same time. Emily, can you see the computer screen from over there?
Yeah, but I have no need to.
Oh,
She just, well, it's not just need. She just doesn't care.
Yeah, that's true.
It just shows you how loving and invested she is. She just
She's
doesn't care. She's just here for the entertainment's sake. And
well,
that's okay.
And we all know that we need entertainment.
Oh wait, am I
Lord
your
knows
entertainment or their entertainment?
Well, Lord knows I can't give him entertainment.
Both.
I'm just a producer.
Both.
Just a producer.
I'm
Okay.
the producer going to Mooser, eh?
That's yeah. Only in Wisconsin, eh?
You're not even doing it right.
We're airdropping wolves to take care of all the Canadian.
That was Michigan.
Again, we are so thankful to have the listening audience that we do, and without chasing them off. By the way, do we have Kay from all the places around the world where people listen to our show? Do we have anybody from the UP?
Oh no, we've had someone from Canada, I think.
That's Canada, not the UP.
That's not the Upper Peninsula.
I know.
The UP. So that means the UP is free
Canada.
game, right? We can.
Hold now. Michigan's my state today.
Oh,
Oh, hilarious, eh?
okay. Well, so that tells us
No.
about that.
Eh?
Okay, funny story. We were traveling to Florida, I think it was, we're going down to Florida, and we just got in, and we're taking a potty break, aka Dad's gassing up at the gas station.
How you like that? Everybody else is taking
AKA a potty break, aka Dad's gassing up.
I know.
We're at the gas station, and so I'm waiting to go into the bathroom, go in, come out, and I pass Emily.
I'm glad she
goes
followed
in.
that real quick.
She goes in, and I look down at something, and I go, don't you know, eh? And I was so, I don't want to say ashamed of myself, but I really didn't want to talk to anybody the rest of the day because it's like, I can't believe I just did that of slip of the tongue, just being like, oh, hey, don't you know, eh? And then stopped.
That's okay. The first time we went down, I want to say, it wasn't the first time we went to Florida. It might have been the first time we went over to North Carolina. And we made it down on the other side of Illinois, I think. I know we were either in or we were on the other side of Illinois, and we hopped out and we were going to get something to eat. And I said, oh, that restaurant looks good over there. And John turned and looked at me, and he's like, restaurant? And I was like, shut up. Just shut up.
No.
Yeah.
I went south, so my brain went, it's called a restaurant. But that's what Grandma calls them.
Restaurant.
Yeah.
It's not a restaurant, it's a restaurant.
And she's from Illinois, eh?
Illinois is not an A. It's a whoosh.
That's true. Today I got to meet a guy from Texas.
Oh, fun.
And he and I had a little yuck because being that I was even further up north than what I am right now producing this radio show, and to meet a guy from Texas, it was rather kind of nice. And he heard me and I heard him, and
the eyes of Texas are upon you.
Yeah, and and dude was built like a brick house.
He's from Texas.
No,
everything's bigger in Texas.
Yeah, well, so were his biceps and triceps, and I'm telling you, dude.
He had biceps as big as your face.
Bigger.
Oh, your head.
And you got a big head.
Thank you.
I don't.
Dude was a block total bodybuilder. Okay, and he had been lifting furniture. And
not weights, furniture.
Well, and that was kind of the joke. I'm
veins.
like, dude, what do you do? And he just kind of laughed, and he says, I'm into sales. I'm like, yeah, right.
No, literally.
No. I'm in the moving end of sales.
And I said, man, you are jacked. I flat out told him because he impressed. Okay, it just come walking out of the house.
Well, you just
and
walk over
he goes,
like,
yeah.
Don't you mean come thundering out of the house?
He kind of did come after me, and because I knocked on the front door, and obviously the front door wasn't working or something, and so he comes around from the side of the house, and I see this kind of a guy, 6'3" by 6'3".
It's like the Hulk and Dwayne the Rock.
He comes walking around the side corner, and I'm like, I'm dead. And I'm like, are you the homeowner? And
no, Dad. Were you like, I am the are you the homeowner?
Are you the homeowner?
I couldn't hide it. Are you the homeowner?
He was like, you were 16 all over again.
and he's like, yeah, I am. Hey, how are you doing? I'm sorry I couldn't come around the side of the house. And just this really gruff voice, but then he was very pleasant, and then we had a really great conversation.
You hit Jed with a chair.
He's from Texas. Of course he's pleasant.
Yeah. He looked like he could manhandle one of those steers from Texas too. I'm telling you, dude was
Longhorn.
Sure enough. Anyway,
which is a very different kind of Southern accent, but there's no time to get into
all of that. So
hey,
you
were yucking it up.
We were yucking it up because I heard that he goes, yeah, I've been working out. I can't get to the gym, so this is my second move. This is my second move this year, so I'm doing it by lifting furniture.
I'm
like
lifting my own furniture.
Yeah, and. Anyway,
that's called making do.
Yeah.
He was. So anyway, but yeah, I caught him like, man, you're not from around here. And he goes, no, I'm from Texas. And it's like, oh, sweet. And he goes, yeah, you're not from around here either.
You don't sound like the locals.
Yeah.
Live here for 20 plus years, but you still don't sound
man.
it.
I said, it's all right. We got to stick together. I told him, I said, hey, since he goes, my wife's from this area, so we're kind of moving back.
Aw.
And I'm like, cool.
Aw.
I said, but if you want to have some fun, get one of those Youper guys and try to get him to goad him into saying y'all. I said, it is the funniest thing.
It is not funny. It is
They
painful.
can't say
I
it,
said,
and it's so
painful.
It's
It is.
painful.
It's painful, but goad him into it because, it's, come on, man. Y'all, you can do it. Say y'all. You all?
My brain.
I tell you, I have one person on the brain that tries to say it, and she just
Which
can't.
one? Oh, she. I was thinking Danny.
No, he can't.
Well,
either.
he can't do it either.
And it reminds me of the first time
That's okay.
a couple of my friends went down to the Creation Museum, and they took a picture of the Florence Y'all water tower, and then we're like, we have to show you these pictures. We have to show you these pictures. And I'm like, my grandma lives 15 minutes from there. I go to that mall a lot.
Right.
The Florence Y'all water tower is very. I'm like,
It says y'all on. Wait a minute, I didn't say it
it
like that.
says y'all on
It says
it.
you all on it. No,
It's
it
like,
doesn't.
No, that's not.
That is a contraction there.
That's a contraction, which means you're obligated to leave out certain syllables.
Hey, by the way,
Obligated?
you said
Only
it.
obligated.
You said Danny. So everybody,
yes.
shout out.
Yeah.
Wait. 3, 2, 1.
Danny got engaged. And congratulations, Danny and Brittany. And praying for you all. And I just said that, didn't I?
Yeah,
Praying for y'all and want you guys to have a lovely life together and build your relationship and your marriage, your future marriage. And couldn't be happier for a set of people right there.
They are
Danny
adorable.
Danny and Brittany. So
She's fun. And they go together really well in personality and how their brains work.
It's kind of funny because it's the same personality, only one of them knows what's going on and the other one doesn't.
Yeah, because they're both ridiculously smart.
Right,
they're both geniuses practically, and she.
But one's incredibly literal and the other one's just very perky.
And she's down.
So they go hand in hand really
But
well.
they're great. They're a great couple.
She can socialize really easily, and she pays attention. And basically, she's going to keep him grounded because his brain sometimes goes off on a tangent. And I think it was really bad when him and John got together because they just sit there, not say anything, but just pluck at their guitars, and they'd somehow figure out an entire song.
I am getting this Vulcan mind meld through guitar going on.
Yes,
Right?
it was like they were communicating with the vibrations of the notes in their guitars, and that was it. And then they'd look up and be like, yeah. And then they'd keep going.
Honestly.
Yes, I know what she's talking about because it would be really weird. Like, you wouldn't hear nothing but guitar licks from two different guitars for like 15 minutes. And then they'd be like, yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. And I'm like, you didn't say anything.
No.
They let their fingers do the talking. There you go.
No, they're really
No, they let the
cute.
girls do the talking.
Oh, okay.
Janie,
Now we'll have to,
Janie and what's
we'll
her
have to
name?
have-
Marianne.
Marianne. Yeah, Janie and Marianne.
See my Marianne.
but they have the
Anyway.
power in their hands. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
My
need
baby grand
Cowbell.
yeah, is coming home with me.
I
Anyway,
can't believe you, Emily.
moving right along.
I didn't say it into the
So,
microphone
let's
'cause it
tease
wasn't a joke.
everybody a little bit about today's show.
Oh, teasing.
Yes, can we talk about the skit? That will be in today's show, correct? Yes. Yes.
Probably not.
Yes, no, it will be in today's skit. Let's
I'm-
tease. We're
No,
making
probably-
it so.
No,
We're
we'll
making
make
it so.
into
No,
next
no.
week's tease.
I am telling the producer it will be in today's show.
Dad,
Is that
even
how
if
that
you
works?
had a
I'm
name
the
card.
Producer.
Dad, even if you had a name card, it would not say Picard on it.
Why?
What?
Because Picard's catchphrase is "make it so."
Oh.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Okay, we all know that.
So we got a skit
Nerd-
that
the
you'll
only
be
nerd
hearing
fact of
from
the day.
today, and we hope that it will make you yuck. We
Yeah, like
kind of
Goofy.
thought a little bit about
Disclaimer, it
with
probably
these
won't be in this episode.
cultural days that we are having, and in these cultural days of people wearing masks, what would happen if some people who decided to go do petty, what's that called? Shoplifting.
Petty theft.
Petty shoplifting at
It's called
a
petty theft. theft. It's called shoplifting and petty theft, not petty shoplifting.
Did I say petty shoplifting?
Twice.
Three times.
Okay.
Petty theft or shoplifting. They're charged for shoplifting. It's called petty theft.
Petty shoplifting.
Do you even lift, bro?
No.
Shoplift.
Do you even theft, bro?
Petty.
That's petty.
Anyway, it's a petty theft gone wrong, and so there's a little skit there. We hope that'll make you laugh. And then today we're going to be talking about food of presidents.
President's favorite food, technically.
And we'll wrap up today's show by talking about the great state of
Michigan.
So that's what's coming up on the B.Andrews radio show. You won't want to miss it. It's time to take our first break here at the end of the first segment of the show. So run and fill your cups with your favorite beverage and come on back to the B.Andrews radio show.
If you'd like to hear more of the B.Andrews radio show, visit us at our YouTube channel at B.Andrews Band. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like to hear more from us, and to stay updated, hit the bell. Remember, at YouTube at B.Andrews Band.
Welcome back to the second segment of the B.Andrews radio show. Again, we are so glad that you joined in with us today. Kay, run us through those platforms that you can find the B.Andrews radio show on. Today
Spreaker.
is not a day for
Sure. You know what? Spreaker's the one that I always forget about because, you know, it's
And
the one
that's
we
our main-
Yeah, it's the one we directly upload
And that's our main
to.
platform.
Which is fine because it's the
Besides-
one I can remember.
Spreaker, YouTube. We're on actually Twitter. We're on Castbox.com. We're on iHeartRadio. We're on one of those other things that actually, funny thing, I'm also posting it on Tumblr for just like those people trolling Tumblr that will randomly find it.
Wait a minute. Wait. Did you say we're on Twitter?
Tumblr.
No,
Yes.
Tumblr.
She said Twitter.
No, she said Tumblr.
I said both. I said both
Why are we on Twitter?
because that's how you've had this set up.
Oh, man.
I still have this whole Twitter, Facebook commercial that I still use, and I still have an automatic posting to
All
it.
right. So if you stumble across us while you're tumbling,
Take a second to look down and go, huh, what was that?
yeah, it was B.Andrews. I tripped right over him. Wow. Anyway, so wait a minute. Did I interrupt you? Did you say Facebook?
Yeah, no.
No.
No. Okay.
No, we
and
are
so-
also on Facebook, which is a bit complicated because we're supposed to not have to manually do it. And I think that was because Dad made a new page.
No, I did not.
Yeah, there's the page with our faces on it instead of the B.Andrews radio show page, which is just on B.Andrews
Correct.
band page.
That is all I
Which
did was
is-
change pictures. I didn't. That's not a new page. I just took down old pictures and put up new pictures. We have new pictures. Yes.
Yeah, no, that is not a new picture of me. Get a new picture of me.
Okay.
And of
we have a new
Emily.
picture of me. By the way, shout out to Jeff. Jeff has all of our new pictures, especially
yeah.
those with us playing around with that bear.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Thanks for cropping me out of the picture. The bear was much more animated.
That was, did not crop you out of any picture.
I think you just took one of me, him, Dad, and the bear.
It was the angle.
It was.
Me and you and the
Their
bear
name Boo.
and I was going
It
to
was
say
a
and
Boo
the,
bear.
and the bear in the blue.
It is a black bear. So
It.
Just
Okay,
saying.
okay, whatever. What? Okay.
all right.
Yeah.
So here
there's
we
a funny
go.
picture of me and
Our
a bear.
discussion for today. Did you know that presidents of the past?
Have emotions, feelings, and have favorite foods?
Well, I can't talk about the
No.
presidents of the future because I don't know any. But we can talk about presidents of the past.
Wow, that was that went kind of flat.
Okay.
Just like our future.
And so Kay has taken the
Downhill
privilege
roll.
upon herself in order to find out.
Don't use the term privilege, please.
She's
I've-
not privileged.
No. I smack her a lot.
Okay, I'm not even going
I
there.
was-
Anyway, she has taken the opportunity. Oh, can we say opportunity?
I was going to say
It took
liberty.
It
Liberty?
took me 2 weeks to think of an idea to.
Took her
to
2 weeks to think.
Yes,
That's a new record.
yes, it did. I've literally like every like the 2 shows that we ended up missing. I literally did not have a subject to think of.
Really, we missed
So,
2 shows. You know
I was
that's another thing that gets me.
kinda
We've got to
happy.
talk about this. Just because we're not here, we could put up shows from the past so that
No,
we're
I
not missing
don't.
anything.
I don't like re-uploads.
Re-uploads.
It doesn't work
Is that a
really.
word?
It doesn't work really well
Is
unless
that
I
really
can,
a word?
Yes.
Re-upload.
Yeah, to re-upload something.
It's already uploaded and it's in a re-upload.
All right.
Anyway, I don't like re-uploading. The system is kind of wonky with doing that.
Hinky.
And yes, it is a bit hinky working through all of this. And it's, anyway, I think we should really get going.
All right, let's get going. Are you going to start from the beginning
Yes.
with Mr. Washington
Yar.
as opposed to Mr. Washington?
Yar!
And talk about favorite foods of the presidents.
All right, ready, Emily?
Oh, by the way, can we say that this is in recognition of the Democratic National Convention
No.
getting ready to
No,
nominate their
that's
presidential
making
candidate?
it more that's making it more
I'm just trying to
political.
be political.
Pewitical! Pewitical!
I'm just
She's pewitical!
It's too
just-
political.
I'm just trying to be relevant
No.
with the current.
No, we're not
Hey,
trying to be
situation.
relevant.
Ask me that one more time.
What?
Ask me that one more time.
What was I
Are we
asking?
trying to making
Are
it?
we trying to make this relevant?
Nine!
No, we were trying
Way
not
to be
trying
American there.
All right, all the way back to
Mr. Washington.
ready, Emily? You
Aye,
ready?
aye, Captain.
Get your powder, get your gun.
Report to General Washington.
All right.
George Washington's favorite food is called hoe cakes. You want to guess what they are, Emily?
They're like pancakes, but with
Yeah.
hose.
They're topped. No. They're topped.
This is a Christian show, by the way. Come on, ladies.
Do you not know what a hoe is, Dad?
The
We're
thing
not
that works
talking
in the
about
garden?
Exactly. No, that we
You got a
don't.
cake that looks like that? I am not eating it.
It's called a
Dad,
stencil.
did you just say that thing that works in the garden? They have names, you know.
It's called a hoe.
It's not working.
And if you add an S, it's called a hose.
Okay. It's topped with honey. It is an early version of an American breakfast classic that originated with the Native Americans. So
So the Native Americans are created hoes.
no, okay.
Okay, moving
Ready?
right along.
For John Adams,
All right. What
His-
did he like?
hard cider.
No, according to the people in Boston, they have a beer named after him.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
it's made with
sense.
apples. That's a joke.
Adams picked up the habit of drinking a morning gill of hard cider while attending Harvard, and later wrote that he would never forget how refreshing he found it. That's strange. He found the beverage in college. That's
I
weird.
think it was
A lot of
because-
people find
I think
liquor
it
in
was
college.
because he was teaching. I don't know that he was attending as a student.
Well, either way.
Both
Anyway.
are inclined to drink.
Oh yeah.
It's college.
Ready for Thomas Jefferson? His favorite was mac and cheese.
Okay, no, did not have mac and cheese back
It wasn't
then.
called mac and cheese. It was probably more like noodles and cheese.
Jefferson discovered macaroni during his European travels and is credited with popular
With what? Well, have none of that.
Popularized.
The Oompa
Speaking in
Loompas.
tongues.
The Oompa Loompas have attacked Karen again.
He has popularized the food in the U.S. After he brought a machine for making the pasta back home from Naples in Italy.
In Italy.
Italy.
Child,
In
you
Italy.
are not Italy.
You're not
Italy.
Chinese either. Italy.
Italy. No, I can't say it. They found it in Naples, Italy.
In Nepal,
In
Italy.
Naples.
Nepal. In Nepal, Italy.
Stop. All right.
James Madison's favorite food was ice cream.
Hey, a regular kind of guy.
Well, considering how ice cream was invented in Wisconsin and his name is Madison.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Okay.
Goes together. The other thing is to get it cold enough during his time. There was no refrigeration. So
while it
that's
is
pretty
hard to pin down the favorite food for Madison, the First Lady Dolly Madison popularized the frozen treat
His
during
wife's
her
name
time
was Dolly.
in
You
the White
didn't know that?
House. And the president was one of its top consumers. So basically, she made it, and like the good husband, he ate it.
And he ate a lot of it.
Yeah.
Like a good husband.
Oh,
Trash collectors here.
Let me see. I turned down my wife's failed ice cream. Not. Doesn't matter if it's good, if it fails or whatever. It's still gonna be.
By the way, this reminds me. Mom asked me to make a big old batch of cucumber salad for you, and it is still sitting in the fridge. I made that
That's what that
Saturday.
thing is?
Oh,
That's
cool.
what that thing is. I wanted
All
to know
right.
what it was.
Cool. No, seriously, you talked about Dolly Madison, and obviously you're not too informed about her. But what happened in the war?
I don't know her at all.
The War of 1812. The British marched on Washington D.C. and burnt down the White House, or half burnt it down. The White House. Dolly Madison, by herself, was accredited. There was a lot of historical artifacts. Back then wasn't known as being historical, but she realized they were things that was about our nation being saved right at first. And when they came in, she is credited single-handedly for collecting a lot of these items for preservation of our future history of the United States of America. And she saved these artifacts out of the White House and so forth. That's one of the things Dolly Madison herself did. And because she felt, these are things that need to be saved. These are things about American history that whatever may happen to this country, she wanted the future to remember America by it. They were terrified that the British was going to take back over us. And so she grabbed them and had them hauled out of the White House and had those artifacts saved. Pretty cool.
That had to be scary though, because that's just that's just something, man. That's really cool. That'd be really interesting to read up on.
Yep. Hairball.
Back to me dying. All right. James Monroe. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's how you say that.
It's
Yes.
Monroe.
Nobody corrected me so far. So his favorite food was spoon bread.
Okay.
I'm going to have to guess that's not bread with spoons in it.
Well, actually, according to the picture, there's a big spoon coming out of it. But
I'm guessing it's more like a bread pudding.
What is it?
Monroe stayed true to his native Virginia by snacking on spoon bread, which is similar to bread pudding.
Ha
There you go.
Basically, it's bread you can eat with a spoon.
It pretty much,
Because it's kind of doughy and stuff still.
Yeah.
Consistency's
I like that stuff. I love doughy bread. I really do.
John Quincy Adams' favorite snack, or rather food, was fresh fruit, which I have to agree with him, which is actually kind of ironic because he's a bit rotund. No offense.
Karen, fruit is stocked full of sugar.
I know it is, but, whatever. Anyway, with the simple
Dude, love
and
fresh
healthy
fruit, man. That's pretty awesome.
Adams is credited with simple and healthy favorite of fresh fruit. Healthy was put in there.
And he's most definitely a lot more round than the guys whose favorite food was ice cream and spoon bread.
Very, yes.
But
So either someone's lying.
but because of being able to keep those things and seasonal, they may have been their favorites, but they didn't really have them a lot because
Right. You
Yeah.
just don't make them all
of
the
no
time.
refrigeration and all that stuff back then. So
Andrew Jackson's favorite food was leather breeches.
Old Hickory, with a guy with the name of Old Hickory, leather breeches is his favorite food. Now that's not.
Are you
bad.
talking like leather breeches? Is that an old term for like, what's it called? Help me out here. Jack
I don't
Link's
know where you're
jerky.
Nope.
No.
Jackson's favorite dish had nothing to do with sturdy pans, but it's termed for green beans cooked with bacon.
You mean mean beans?
A mess of beans. Yeah, that's the way we cook beans. I don't. Yeah.
Well, that's ours.
I mean, that's generally how we cook mean beans.
Now he is pretty skinny too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like a pole bean.
Well, he's like a pole, but there you go, Old Hickory. Okay.
Martin Van Buren's favorite food was oysters.
He had to be
Oysters?
from the
Shut up.
sea.
The half-shell snacks was just one of Van Buren's favorite foods, in addition to donuts, raisins, figs, and meat.
I like how it's like nothing particular, just meat.
And meat.
Man after my own heart.
There you go. Gotta like that. All right. Well, let's take a break right here. And it's a little early, but you know what? That'll give us time to come back and finish up on this topic of favorite foods of the president. Hey, be sure down in the comments below, let us know if any of these foods are your favorites. And if they're not, tell us what your favorite is so that we can all go, okay, run out and get yourself some cold drink or something hot like a cup of coffee and come on back and listen to the B.Andrews radio show. All right, Swine Team 1, here's your mission. Go to your computers and type in castbox.fm. Again, that's castbox.fm. And when you get there, then you go to B.Andrews radio show. Let me repeat that just in case you didn't get it. The B.Andrews radio show. And I want you to obtain all the information that you find on that page. And welcome back to the third segment of the B.Andrews radio show, where we are talking the faves of presidents. And that faves happens to be in the category of food. By the way, before we get into this, we do, for those of us sitting here in this room, very quickly, we do like watching different things off of the food channels, how it's made, Cupcake Wars, and
Cake Boss.
Diners,
really
Dives, and
Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, which I can get in from the library, by the way.
I do
One of my
not
favorite
recommend
shows right
Cake
there.
Boss, though. Cake Boss is very, very liberal with using language. And so it's kind of hard to get into it because it's like, oh, this looks interesting. This looks interesting.
Dude, they're out of New
Immediately-
York. What
I
do you
know.
expect?
I know, but personally, it's kind of like, just shut up and show me
and make
how
me a
to
cake.
make.
I'm telling you.
I don't need the audio. I
Kind of
would just
reminds
like
me of
to see how they make the
the
cake.
wontons.
Okay. Really,
Anyway.
really quick. One of the things that make a cake. I mean, yes, the
A person.
the batter, having good flavor and different things like that. But let's be
Ew.
honest. Let's be honest. We get to the idea of icing, and I have to say something. What is that stiff?
Fondant.
Yeah, thank you.
Or marzipan.
That does not even look edible.
It's really not.
It's not tasty, but it is perfectly edible.
then
Because what it
that's-
is it's usually pre-made so that they get all the consistencies that you need. But it's
Right.
basically icing that's been thickened with powdered sugar.
And as far as I'm concerned, no. Give
Um,
me buttercream. Give me
Ugh.
whipped topping. Give me
Okay.
give me these really good icings
Cream
because that
cheese.
makes a cake. You put
I
that
will-
stuff on there, yeah, they make amazing looking cakes.
But
I
that's
want to
looking-
eat
I
it.
want a practical
know,
edible
right?
cake. Personally, to me, I can't have a lot of buttercream. I have a weak stomach against oily things.
It's all right. Take whatever buttercream off the top of yours and put it on the top of mine.
Take a piece without the flour. Or,
Yeah.
give Dad the flour.
I just-
Exactly.
No.
That's what I used to do. Used to take corner pieces because I liked frosting, especially whipped frosting.
I have to have
I
whipped
love
frosting
whipped
if
frosting.
want-
I
if
like
want
whipped
the
frosting. It's nice.
Whipped
It's
frosting's the
light.
best.
Yes, it
and
is.
it goes with cake so well.
It really does. It really
It
does.
does.
It really does. All right. Now, the faves of presidents.
We last had Martin Van Buren, and now we're on to William Henry Harrison. His
Ooh,
favorite,
he's from Ohio.
Cool. His favorite food was squirrel stew.
And I have to say, we had squirrel not too long ago, and
Not
it was
the stew, just the
and-
squirrel.
just a squirrel. It was
And?
very tasty,
it
tasty.
was
very good.
So, all right.
And we have enough of them around here. I wouldn't
Way
mind
to
shooting
go,
them.
William Henry Harrison.
John Taylor. Tyler.
Tyler, there's no A in there.
Sorry. What? Blah, blah, blah. And his favorite was Indian pudding.
What? He was a cannibalistic? They made pudding out of Indians?
This cozy dish with spices and ice cream is similar to popular English
English?
desserts.
She said English. English.
English desserts flavored with raisins and currants.
Currants.
What's currant?
A currant is a type of fruit.
Oh,
A current
okay.
is like a movement in the water.
No, a current is
What's
like
that
a...
cost upstream or down?
No, a current is a here and now. You know, it's current.
A current is like this electrical movement
took
from
my
between.
one.
The,
You took
mine. There you go.
Oh, interesting. So basically, it's spices and ice cream. It's
Yeah,
an
ice
Indian,
cream and fruit. I mean,
Indian pudding is spices. And
It's
ice
not
cream.
pudding. How many different things are you going to call pudding when they're not actually pudding?
back
they
then it
don't
was
know.
called Indian pudding.
Anyway,
Anyway,
James Polk, his favorite was cornbread.
I bet a lot of people poked fun at him.
Har har.
Tennessee's root.
What?
I said that wrong.
Tennessee's what?
Tennessee roots.
Tennessee roots.
Yes.
Okay, moving right along.
Zachary Taylor's
Now
favorite.
that's Taylor. Taylor. See the A in it? Taylor.
Okay, I'm going to tell you from here, it looks like cats.
Callus.
Okay.
Ooh, he eats calluses?
Taylor's
Ugh.
taste for Southern and Creole food led him
Crayola.
Creole.
Crayola.
That means it's from Louisiana.
food
Louisiana.
led him to callus, which are similar treats to consistent. It's basically fried dough in powdered sugar.
Donuts.
Yeah.
Holes.
Donut holes.
Donut holes.
There you go. All right.
Or like we like taking is Pillsbury Doughboy biscuits, and we like frying them
Fry
and
'em.
then throwing them in the
Throw
sugar.
them in the
Sugar,
powdered
sugar,
sugar.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
No, just sugar. Sugared biscuits. Not powdered sugar. I don't like the powdered sugar. Inhale it when you're trying to eat, and
And then
you
it comes
choke.
out your nose when you cough. Oh,
choke.
man.
Millard Fillmore.
Yes.
His favorite food was soup.
What kind?
Just soup.
Chunky.
No, just
I
soup.
don't know. He looks chunky. You know.
Fillmore was a fan of hearty foods, including beef stew, mock turtle soup, fish, ham, with macaroni, duck, chicken, pigeon, and larded sweetbreads.
You can
Duck chicken.
you can eat pigeon?
I mean,
There's
Yeah.
something there.
I mean,
after you kill
not during the Civil War. I mean, they employed most of their pigeons, but
employed.
it? All right.
Okay, Franklin Pierce. His favorite food was clams.
what kind of clams?
Fried clams.
Uh,
Dead airspace. Let's move on.
true to his New England roots. Anyway,
He liked the clam chowder.
and apple pie. Okay,
An
James
apple pie and coffee?
Buchanan.
Buchanan.
You know,
I can only see half that word and I can guess it from here.
the best part about this
You really
is
got to
that-
learn your presidents.
The best part about this is I was looking through all of these a couple days ago, and I'm like, oh, Buchanan. I know that immediately.
Karen, do you know why Bucky's nickname is Bucky? Because his name is James Buchanan Barnes.
His favorite food was cabbage.
Okay.
Those look like Brussels sprouts. Those aren't cabbage.
They're
If you
zoomed
zoom in with no size comparison, I
Brussels
bet Brussels sprouts will look like
cabbage.
cabbages.
I'm telling you.
Abraham Lincoln's favorite food?
Bacon!
Oh, man.
Bacon!
No wonder he's my favorite president.
Bacon, 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 bacon. Yeah, and it had
That
nothing to
scream
do with his
away.
views on
Scream.
the war.
No, it's just
Scream.
because the man likes bacon. No wonder he has good taste.
Andrea Johnson's favorite food was Hoppin' John.
Okay.
Papa John's?
Hoppin'. Hop.
Well, that's what it was before it was Papa John's. It was Hoppa
You don't
John's.
Papa John, you Hoppa John.
Yeah. there you
Southern
go.
Johnson comfort food favorite is made with black-eyed peas, rices,
Dresses?
chopped onions, and sliced bacon and salt.
Just
That's
salt.
just salt.
Just salt. Okay.
Ulysses S. Grant's favorite was rice pudding.
Another guy from Ohio. Hey, by the way, you gotta love his letters. You know, Ulysses S. Grant. Take away the Ulysses, you got U.S. Grant. He's destined to be president with a name like that.
Wow.
Okay, next.
Rutherford B. Hayes.
Another guy from Ohio.
His favorite food was cornmeal pancakes.
Huh.
Cornmeal pancakes?
I've never had cornmeal. I've had buckwheat pancakes.
I've had cornmeal pancakes.
James Garfield. Guess what his favorite one was?
lasagna.
Another guy from Ohio.
No.
Yes.
Squirrel soup.
So, okay,
Oh.
what's the difference between squirrel soup and squirrel stew? Is
And
it
the other one
is
was
it the amount of
squirrel soup.
squirrel?
I think it's the amount of thickener, which
The
might be the
difference
amount of
between
squirrel.
Squirrel.
Wasn't enough squirrel to thicken that one up. Oh, so it's soup. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Chester Arthur. His favorite food was
Oh my goodness, that's Sam.
mutton chops. And he has a
That
sweet pair of
is
mutton chops
Sam.
himself.
Yeah, I know. The guy with mutton chops loves eating mutton chops.
I wonder why.
Whoa. Okay.
Ready for Grover Cleveland?
Yes.
His favorite was pickled herring.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You mean
Correct. Let me do it right.
I thought it was something else, but it must have been a red herring.
Benjamin Harris. His favorite.
Say that name. Say that president. That president's name is not Harris.
Benjamin Harris. His favorite.
That is
food-
not his name. Say
I
it.
forgot to say
Harrison.
Thank you.
There are 2 more letters on the end of that name.
People listening to this show who know their presidents go, Benjamin Harris. There was no
No,
president
Dad, the
ever by the
majority
name
of
of
our
Benjamin
listeners are
Harris.
And all the people who
Mexican.
aren't Americans are going, Benjamin Harris.
Harris.
No, do not misinform people.
I'm sorry. I meant to say Harrison the second time. I really
Like
did.
Ford.
Uh-huh.
Like
It just
Ford.
didn't come out.
Yes. What was his food?
Well, you weren't listening, and you kept making fun of me.
I wasn't
so,
making fun of you. I was
Williman-
correcting the reporting.
William McKinley.
Williman?
William McKinley.
Will
Favorite.
I am
Fish.
McKinley.
Would you go back up to? None of us were listening.
Yeah, shut up and listen.
It was tuna.
Well, what was the one before that?
Corn.
Oh.
Theodore Roosevelt's favorite was steak and gravy.
Say that name
Mm.
right. It is not Roosevelt.
It's
Roosevelt.
William Taft.
Cincinnati boy.
Hard
right
to mess
there.
that one up.
His favorite is steak and potatoes.
And you want to know why he was
All
over
these
300?
meat boys.
You want to know why he was over 300 pounds?
He mixed his starches with his protein?
Yes, he did.
Woodrow Wilson. His favorite is chicken salad.
You know why he was only 5 foot tall and barely 100 pounds? All he ate was chicken.
William G. Harding. His favorite is chicken pot pie.
You notice we're starting to get into modern foods here.
A little bit more modern. Well, I
Calvin
mean, once you go
Coolidge,
through like the 40s
His
and the
favorite
50s, they start
is
doing
apple pie.
like
Did he drink coffee with it?
mm,
Did he have ice cream? Apple pie, coffee, and ice cream?
apple pie and coffee on mode.
Herbert Hoover. His favorite was sweet potatoes with marshmallows.
Oh, so the invention of marshmallows, and look, you already got a guy that's candying his yams.
That sounds wrong.
Franklin.
If you have this many problems, you're going to pass it on to me when I try to read.
Franklin
All I heard were the hard consonants. I didn't get anything else.
FDR.
Okay.
That's all you need is the consonants. FDR.
His favorite food was grilled cheese.
You know, he was one of our first wealthy presidents. I mean, there were some other ones that were well-off people, but it was because they owned things.
Henrietta Nesbitt.
He's the first one that had money. Okay, and he's eating grilled cheese. Seriously?
According to Henrietta Nesbitt, Roosevelt's White House housekeeper, FDR loved grilled cheese sandwiches, in addition to other classic American foods, including scrambled eggs, fish chowder, hot dogs, and fruitcake.
Oh, boy. Hot dogs and fruitcake?
Yeah.
Harry Truman, his favorite was well-done steak.
No.
Well done.
Democrat. True, he was a Democrat, but
Dwight Eisenhower, the First Lady's $1 million fudge. Like the wonderful husband he is. She makes it, I'll eat it.
My wife's fudge. Nobody else's, just my wife's.
yeah, well, I saw it.
You can't blame that.
They show a picture of it. It's looking yummy right there. That's for sure.
With white chocolate, marshmallows, and nuts. John F. Kennedy, his favorite.
He's
was-
from Boston. What do you think he would like?
That was really crappy.
Chowder.
Creamy.
And you need a better Boston
it's
accent.
creamy clam chowder.
It's not like you got a really good Boston accent either.
Yeah, you're mimicking him, and most of the things you heard were over the TV and really crappy sound.
That would be correct.
Can you shut up now?
Wow.
Lyndon B. Johnson, his favorite was chicken fried steak with mashed potatoes and gravy.
Chicken fried. LBJ. There's another part of your problem, boy, besides from being from Texas.
Richard Nixon,
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Cottage cheese and ketchup.
I mean, we mixed
He
cottage.
really liked it for breakfast.
Now we know.
I mean, we mixed cottage cheese and applesauce
Now,
for
do
like
you realize,
kids and stuff.
Seriously, do you realize what that looks like? How pink that would come out? Your cottage cheese, if you mix that with ketchup.
It looked like you're eating curdled strawberry milk.
Yeah.
Eddie?
This is not cool. Okay, this
Speed
guy's
run.
from Michigan, by the way.
Speed run, okay?
Here we go.
Gerald Ford is pot roast.
Michigan.
Jimmy Carter is grits.
Georgia.
Ronald Reagan is jelly beans.
Illinois.
He was obsessed with the colorful snack and at one point reportedly ordered more than 300,000 to be placed around the Capitol, White House, and other federal buildings each month.
Yep, he did. They made fun of him for it.
George W. Bush was pork rinds.
Huh.
Bill Clinton was cheeseburgers.
Arkansas.
George W. Bush, well, the other one, is cheeseburger pizza.
Texas.
Barack Obama was nachos.
I'm not sure where he's from.
They say Hawaii.
Hawaii.
They say Hawaii.
Hawaii. Okay.
Donald Trump was fast food. Fun fact,
McDonald's.
Trump
Kentucky Fried
has
Chicken
a
and a Pizza
well-documented
Hut.
affection for fast food, from serving it in the White House to getting it delivered to his private plane. The president has said Burger King and McDonald's are among his favorites because they promise a standard of cleanliness that's hard to verify at other restaurants.
By the way, this is true. The one football team that won the nation, so he orders in this football team, there's going to be 50 young men from the age of 19 to 23 are coming through. And, I mean, these are the guys that have been lifting weights, football players. It's the
Well, they carb up anyway.
The national championship team. You know what he did for them? He ordered every kind of McDonald's sandwich and had so that every guy there could have 2 to 3 sandwiches and Burger King, and it was all laid out for him. The top of the sandwiches were marked, and of course he brought in a Coke dispenser and French fries and all that, and fed him at the White House, and that's what he fed him.
Oh, I'd be, if I was, I mean, even at my age now, but 19, if somebody would have done that for me as a smorgasbord, I would have been like, yeah!
All right. So here we go. There we did. A quick run through of the faves of the president and their faves of the food. So we hope that we made you nice and hungry and you'll want to run out and get a snack right now. But don't go too long because we're going to take a break and be right back for the fourth segment of the B.Andrews Radio Show, where we're going to talk about our next state of
Michigan.
Come right back to the B.Andrews Radio Show.
Hey, Emily, want to see me pull an armadillo out of my thew?
Not this trick again.
Nothing up my pant leg? Whoosh! Presto! Un gran gato negro en mis pantalones.
Welcome back to the B.Andrews Radio Show.
Welcome back to the fourth and final segment of the B.Andrews Radio Show, hoping that you've gone out and got you a snack, because we're about ready to talk about the great state of Michigan, which has its own fudge named after it, I believe. Isn't that correct? Is that going to be one of your...
No, actually, I read through these and fudge is not mentioned.
Okay, because there's is it Mackinac Island fudge or just Mackinac fudge? Does anybody know what they call it?
I thought it was just called Mackinac fudge.
Just Mackinac fudge? Okay. Anyway, that's named after an area that happens to be up in the UP called Mackinac, which does not look like it should be pronounced like Mackinac.
It looks like Mackinac.
It looks like Mackinac, but it's pronounced
Mackinac.
Mackinac.
I know. I looked at it for a second and I went, no. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know how to pronounce
If
that.
you
Never
ever get
mind.
a chance to go up there, before you do, watch the movie Somewhere in Time.
No. No.
And then go visit Mackinac Island, which is a little island that's off of Mackinac, and that's where the movie was actually filmed.
Yeah,
was
it's
right there on
if
Mackinac
you
Island.
like movies that make you cry, by all means. If you do not like movies that make you cry, stay away.
Hey, Emily, return to me.
No. That was creepy, okay? Watching that in the beginning was super creepy.
Yeah, 'cause that's
and
how
I
it
watched
starts.
all three of my brothers do a full body shiver.
All right, here we go. We're talking about the great state of Michigan, so we're going to learn something about Michigan today. Emily, we turn it over to you.
Number 20.
Number 20.
The capital of Michigan is Lansing. Of all the interesting facts about Michigan, they seem to be pretty sure about teaching this one, and most often in every school.
Okay.
So I don't know why that one's interesting. If you're learning your capitals, you learn it anyway. So teaching it as an interesting fact seems kind of
Moving right along.
right. Number 19.
Number 19.
The apple blossom is the state flower.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, apple blossoms are really pretty.
So isn't there a particular apple that is more indicative to Michigan than
I know
other states?
there's probably. I know there's one that's more for the northeast, but that's because those are Johnny Appleseed's apple trees, and so they don't
Which they have all the way
uproot.
down into Ohio. So yeah, it comes out of the
Right.
northeast that far down. Okay,
Right, but I don't know about.
I didn't know if it was
Michigan.
like a Macintosh or the wine
Oh,
saps
no.
or anything.
I don't know.
Okay.
Number 18.
Number 18.
The Cross in the Woods, which is completely capitalized, so this is what the place is called, is located in Indian River, which is the world's largest crucifix.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Number 17.
Number 17.
Michigan became America's 26th state on January 26th, 1837.
It couldn't be 1826.
No,
Seriously?
no.
Okay, so we got 26, 26 in 37.
7, 26, 26, 37.
Okay.
Number 16.
Number 16.
Kalamazoo Mall was America's first outdoor pedestrian shopping mall.
I've actually been there. I had no idea.
It was the first outdoor mall built.
Huh. Okay. They didn't see a thing. They don't seem to be very
That's
proud
probably
of it.
something. Yeah, that's probably. Well, I mean, how many things are sightseeing things in Michigan?
A few.
A few, and then people are relegated there, and then they're like, "Leave us alone."
Well, okay, but
That's
no,
my general vibe of Michigan.
no,
I get,
But when John and I was traveling with a band, we'd been Kalamazoo quite a few times and stayed overnight and that kind of thing, and actually hit up the Kalamazoo Mall and the East Lansing. To this day, I still get notifications from the East Lansing Mall.
huh?
Yeah.
Did you sign up for something to be able to get onto the internet?
Yes, I did. We went to a coffee shop and we were doing internet work and we had to
Give them
sign
your
in.
emails
Okay.
to sign into the internet.
Yeah. So I still get notifications from that mall.
That's funny.
How many
Number-
years ago that was now?
I know Google automatically, if I don't open anything from it and just delete it, after about a month, Google will automatically unsubscribe me to all sorts of stuff that my email is given out to. Yeah.
Well, that's Yahoo, so anyway.
They don't do that. Number 15.
Number 15.
Montague is home to the world's largest weather vane, an instrument with a height of 48 feet, 7 inches.
Weather vane. We're talking about the rooster that sits on top of the building that spins with the wind. Weather vane.
Yes.
Okay.
A 48-foot weather vane.
Next.
Number 14.
Number 14.
Michigan is home to a floating post office. And that
Okay,
I wish they'd give me more information on that, but that's where they end it.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they tell you where?
No, they just said it has a floating post office, which tells me that it's probably
It's got to be on Lake Michigan.
right. It's got to be on an island, and then like the lake
No,
kind of.
islands don't float.
That's true. It could be one.
Now,
it could be one.
service an island.
Right, and so
therefore
they
it floats.
boat back and forth.
Yeah. Huh. But they didn't tell you where.
Nope.
That's one of the most interesting facts so far.
No, and they didn't. That's all they tell me.
Hey, where's your mail? I don't know. It's out there floating
It's
around.
out on the lake. You got to go
floating
get it.
around somewhere.
You got to go get it.
Okay.
Number 13.
Number 13.
Battle Creek is known as the cereal capital of the world
That is true. Do you know why?
because they make cereal.
They do. The two largest cereal manufacturers are in Battle Creek, Michigan. Do you know who they are?
Kellogg's
Number one.
and trying to think of another one now. When you think of cereal, Kellogg's is really the only one that comes to mind.
The other one is pretty big. I mean, it's huge. It's only number 2 to Kellogg's. General Mills.
I was getting ready to say that. I was like, but I would, because Gerber also floated through my mind.
Gerber is not very far from there. Gerber is in Fremont, Michigan, which we have family that lives in Fremont, and that's the only reason why I know Gerber's there.
Number 12. Michigan is called the Wolverine State, and oddly enough, there are no longer Wolverines living in the state.
Well, that's like Wisconsin being called the Badger State.
I know, but they were called Badger State not for actual badgers, but for the miners in the state.
Yes,
the quarry miners.
But we don't. But badgers are not indigenous to Wisconsin, but we're called the Badger State. So you got the Wolverine State, and they don't have Wolverines anymore.
No, unfortunately, and that would be interesting to find out why.
Yeah,
but for personal reading.
That's like UC is the home of the Bearcats. Trust me, they're an Asian animal. There are no Bearcats in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not naturally occurring, anyway.
Number 11. Actress Marlo Thomas was born in Deerfield.
Does anybody know who Marlo Thomas is?
I don't know, but that'll mean something to somebody.
I know who Marlo Thomas is, but it just cracks me up. You don't know who Marlo Thomas is.
If I were to look at her, I'd probably be like, oh, I recognize that person, but that would be it.
She was in it. First off, she's Danny Thomas's daughter.
I don't know who that is either.
Oh, and being that she's Danny Thomas's daughter, obviously she being born in Michigan, but she starred in a TV series in the 70s called That Girl.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Okay, she's also the spokesperson for St. Jude's Hospital.
I mean, that's important. It's good, but it's like, that still doesn't.
She's a very, I tell you what I'll do. I'll play you her when we're off the air, not now. I will play you her voice once, and you'll never forget the sound of her voice.
Is it one of those husky ones?
Yep.
Number 10. Michigan is home to America's longest freshwater shoreline. That's because Michigan surrounds the Great Lakes. And Lake Michigan.
Yeah, you got the one. What about Wisconsin? The whole other side is the state of Wisconsin. They're saying the Michigan side's longer than the Wisconsin side?
Yes.
Move it.
Hey, what is it? Minnesota's the land of lakes, and yet Wisconsin has like over 1,600 more lakes than Minnesota.
Yeah.
But we let them have it.
I love my state. I really do. Yeah, let them have it. Makes those people over there think they're better.
Number 9. The world's first 3 tunnels that connected 2 different countries were built in Michigan. The St. Clair Tunnel, Michigan Central Railway Tunnel, and the Detroit-Windsor Tunnel.
Okay, I've been over top of the Detroit-Windsor Tunnel. Don't know anything about the other ones. But by the way, read that statistic again. You totally blew me away.
What?
Read it again.
I said the world's first 3 tunnels that connected 2 different countries were built in Michigan.
Oh, okay. I crossed the first 2s and 3s. Thought it was 2 tunnels, 3 different countries, and I'm trying to think where that third country is.
Mexico.
And it was a long tunnel. Anyway.
That's the sound of a man working on the chain.
Yep.
Okay. Number 8. Residents living in Detroit were the first Americans ever to have telephone numbers.
Huh. Okay.
So they probably, someone out there has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 6. Surgeon and former presidential candidate Ben Carson was born in Detroit.
I knew that.
Number 5. The Siphon Bridge's deck is 4 feet below water level.
The what?
The Siphon Bridge's deck. The Siphon Bridge. The deck of the bridge is 4 feet below water level. This is something I'm going to have to look up because I don't know what that is.
How do they get across if it's under the water? Okay, moving on.
Tunnel. Number 4. Michigan's shortest freeway is 1.1 mile long. The freeway I-375 is located in Detroit.
In Detroit, yes, I've been on it. Coming out of Toledo, it bypasses a certain area. Yes, I've been on 375. I didn't realize it was that short.
Yep. Number 3.
Number 3.
Traverse City is home to nearly 40 wineries.
Oh, that's up in the northern part of the state. Nice part. Okay.
Eat your heart out, California.
Uh-huh.
Number 2.
Oh, they'll all tell you that it's not Napa Valley, though. Number 2.
Cars are not allowed on Michigan's Mackinac Island. Travel only is by bike, horse, or water vessel.
Uh-huh. So watch somewhere in time and you'll figure it out.
Eh.
Okay.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Boasting more than 80 miles, Mackinac Island has a lot to offer and has been ranked as one of the world's friendliest islands.
But there's nobody there in the winter.
It's friendly, though.
And that's going to wrap it up for us for this edition of the B.Andrews Radio Show. We're so glad that you tuned in. Hope you learned something about Michigan and hope that you enjoyed the favorite foods of all the presidents. Thanks for joining with us today. And leave us a comment. Tell us what you think of the show. Share it with somebody. And we'll see you next week right back here on the B.Andrews Radio Show.
Yeah, man. I got you be feeling that. It's got a great groove going on. Yeah.